looking at title documents. Do you own this property?
My sister, my mother, and my husband do.
But you don't?
No. I've lived in the house for 13 years. I pay the mortgage.
Right.
I am inheriting it from my mother, but we're trying to do it in a way that it passes to me without...
So why isn't one of the owners here? Do you have a power of attorney or anything from any of the owners?
Oh, yeah, my husband, yeah. He sent me. He's watching the kids.
You have a power of attorney from him?
I don't have power of attorney. I said, who's going to do it? He said, I'm not doing it, you do it. And I'm the one that paid for all of the remediation, the fence, the removal of the laurel, and the appraisal. I take care of finances.
So you say you have neighbors now.
I do.
And you have a fence between the two of you?
I do.
You have a photograph of that? Have you have documentation of that? What do you have, sir?
I have
a photo
I have
of
a
it
brand new
Of the- of
photo
the property
her
now?
moving the fence back
Brand
now
new?
and rebuilding a new fence.
And is it on your property or what you believe
It's
to have
not.
been?
It wasn't our property any longer because she waited
no,
to come
I
after
understand
me
that.
after.
This is the photograph he submitted. And
I did not submit that. He trespassed. My neighbor called me to let me know that if he comes back.
All right.
Yeah.
Okay.
We did not trespass.
Okay.
We were on
You can't walk
Danielle's
onto
property.
someone's
What is
property.
this a photograph of? Do you recognize this photograph?
My new fence being built on the correct property line.
On the correct property line?
Yes.
Where the hedges were?
Correct.
Is it your position that you don't believe the defendant acted under a mistaken belief that his family was responsible for the maintenance of the hedges?
He walked in as a new property owner. I told him it was my property and to stop, and he didn't. And that's it. That is my property. I did the best that I could with a dangerous neighbor who threatened to kill me.
He didn't
His brother,
threaten to,
yes.
He didn't threaten to.
No, he never threatened me. He just
She wanted to
treated
buy the
me like
property.
garbage.
Well, where is his brother now? Is
Dead.
Deceased.
He's deceased.
All right.
I think we have enough. We'll deliberate on this matter.
Okay.
You're excused.
Ms. Signore, Mr. Coover, we have deliberated, reviewed the evidence, and reached a unanimous verdict. This is a mess, like the Hedges. There are so many issues, not even necessarily determining the property line. The bigger issue to us was the issue of damages. You have a situation where probably if Mr. Coover had come to you, a lot of the cost would have fallen to you to remove the hedges. And I think to a certain extent, this was an issue of you didn't like the way he handled it. On the other hand, it is very obvious that you were left a mess by the predecessor owners of this property and that you're entitled to some compensation. Thank goodness you now have a beautiful new fence and you have lovely new neighbors. I know you said you weren't coming after him for having to build a new fence, but that did figure into our calculation of damages here because you had to do something to remedy the situation you were left with. We believe you're entitled to compensation, but we didn't believe you were entitled to full compensation of full new hedge rebuild to the tune of $5,000, particularly when we believe Mr. Coover saved you what could have been a lot of money from the hedges on your property having overgrown onto his property. So the verdict is in favor of the plaintiff, and we split the baby in half for the amount of $2,500, and we wish you both the best.